So this is a video just to explain what open interest and delta, cumulative delta, is really. I've had a lot of people asking what it is, and so it's basically showing where large liquidations are happening, and it's when large liquidations happen, it's a good time to take the trades, as most of us will know that trade. So if you can see here, we've got the open interest. It's slowly travelling up, but the price is going down. You've got delta going sideways, price is going down. You've got cumulative delta, and that's going sideways as well. And then all of a sudden, you get a massive push up from open interest, cumulative delta, and delta. It goes up, starts to chop. So if you're in a short here and price goes against you, you're forced to sell and buy back or resell the market there, and then it trades again, comes up to the same spot. While it's trading up here, see the wick on that candle, it's taken more stop losses. So if you've sold there, price has gone up, you put your stop loss there, it's come back up and taken your stop loss again, and then it's gone ranging, same area. Cumulative delta, open interest has just been going sideways like the market. Come to this area and all of a sudden started to drop. Shot down. Open interest started to drop. Delta bars started to drop, and then you get cumulative delta just going sideways, and then a massive push all the way down. So then people that have longed here at this area, and if they haven't got out of the trade already, which personally if it were me, I'd have longed and got out of the trade once it got to value area high, but that's me because I do a lot of scalping. If they were still in that trade there and it's come up to here and it's liquidated them as well, or they'll have been forced to sell here because they'll have been in a negative. So if they bought up at top here and it's dropped into there, that's where it started to push up from there, because they've either been liquidated or they've had to sell the position because they were in, or they didn't have enough money in their account. Because I think a lot of people use cross, whereas I only use isolated. I don't use cross. I don't really like cross. I think it could cost you your account rather quickly. But personally, that's me. I know there's a lot of people that do use cross, but I won't use cross. I don't really think it's something that I'll ever use, to be honest with you. No matter if I had $10 or $1,000, $1 million, I won't ever use cross. I always use isolated. But that's just a quick description of how open interest delta and cumulative delta can be used in trading. And then I think some people was asking about how to set their chart up as well. So we just open up a fresh chart. Once it loads. So when you open up a fresh chart, you'll get this. I personally click that and remove it. And then I'll go into settings. And you've got your background colour. I always change my background colour to a blue or whatever colour you want. We'll just go random blue. And then we've got the indicator labels, which are these down here. Grid style, horizontal, click that, it removes the lines. Vertical, click that, it removes them. I personally move them as well. Don't really like them, I think it's a bit off-putting. Obviously you can change your candle colours if that's what you want to do. Don't really use any of this. This is your session, so click a custom time and I'll put a random time, whatever time that you want to put in, whenever you trade from. And that's all your settings. And then you've got cluster settings here. So what cluster settings are, so if you zoom in, also you've got this here, take auto off, add it to 10. Because sometimes you don't need as many. It's like the price, it shows too many. So when you zoom in now, let's open up this a little bit. It shows you the bid and the ask. So go back into indicators. Oh, not indicators, sorry. Settings. Cluster settings. I like to change this to bid and ask. So that's telling you you've got the bid versus the ask. And that's just showing you that you've got buyers, sellers, and the buyers and the sellers are fighting for the price. So if the bid and the ask gets hit, and vice versa, the price will either go up or down. And then you've got volume profile, bid ask ladder. If it were me personally, I'd just play around with it and see what's best for you. Also this here, heat map by volume, that yellow is showing you where the most trades were taking place. And then if you have a look here, just close that a minute, you had stuck buyers there, so price dropped by not much, but price did drop. And then it tried to trade back up again, got to a certain area, stuck sellers, had to sell the position, price dropped. And then you've got indicators, what I personally use. So obviously you've got the DOM, which is this here. I don't really use the DOM on the chart, I use that separately. So then you've got cluster search, what I use. And if you click auto filter, so what cluster search will do, it will show you where significant orders were hitting the bid and the ask. Like here, this purple mark. See how price plummeted from that area. It literally plummeted. Liquidations occurred. And then that obviously forces people here where liquidations, they've had to close the trade. Or it's automatically closed it and it's liquidated them. And that's after price war ranging a lot. You can add VWAP, but I don't really add VWAP. I don't really like it. But like I say, have a little play around and see what you think. And then you've got, so if I go back to my template a minute, but you know, have a play around with it, see what's best for yourself, because there's a ton of settings in there, an absolute ton of settings. Now just waiting for the server to respond. So we've got see our price were ranging, and then all of a sudden it just dropped out of nowhere. But then if you look at the cumulative delta, the cumulative delta just literally took a tumble. About delta here. Yeah, look at that, the way it just tumbled. I think that was earlier on when Bitcoin took a dip. So let's go back into indicators, and these are the indicators that I use. So we've got cluster, which is these orange boxes here. By default they'll be purple on yours, but then what you've got to do is, let me just open it back up, the indicator. So on cluster search here, autofiller, if you click autofiller off, click OK, you can manually do it, and I think sometimes it is best that you manually do it, but for certain coins you're best off manually doing it. Excuse me. For just have a play around with it, the minimum value, maximum value, and you'll see yourself. Like you don't want a minimum value of like if I put a minimum value here, let's come off of that. Look, if I put 0, you can't even see the chart. If I put 10, you still can't see the chart. If I put 1,000, you can see the chart, but I still think it's a bit too much. 10,000. See, you don't really see any of the cluster search there on 10,000, 3,000. Yeah. So there we go, 3,000. This is where you can see where most of the volume actually were traded. Most people were selling or getting liquidated, forced out of the positions. And you've got the other indicators here, what I use. Obviously volume. It's a big thing, you want to use volume. I always use volume, personally. One second. Just trying to get this screen back. Be alright. So go back into indicators. And then we've got delta, which I just explained, delta. And also you've got delta diversions. So you've got cumulative delta, which is cumulative delta here, yeah? And if price is dropping, or people are selling the coins, but the price is not dropping, but people are selling, and the price is not dropping, but cumulative delta is dropping, it's a sign of a diversion. It's a bit similar to RSI diversions, but it's a little bit more in depth. Instead of using RSI diversions. And then there's other indicators that I use here. Big trades is another good one. That just shows you. It's a bit similar to cumulative delta. Not cumulative delta, sorry. Cluster search. Big trades is a bit similar to that. And then we've got stacked imbalances. So if you see these like red and green bars. You see, like when price has got to these certain bars, like here, price got here, trended up, came back down to that same bar, which is a stacked imbalance. Price went up again. It didn't go up majorly, but still, if you took a long here and it went up, you know, if you're scalping, it's a quick in and out trade. Just open this one here a second. Just minimize that. Come off TRB a minute. And I always have a BTC chart open. Always have a BTC chart open somewhere, just to see what BTC is doing. Because it's a nice thing to know, you know, what BTC is doing. It's like here you've got a bit of a diversion going on with cumulative delta. So you've got cumulative delta dropping, but price is increasing. Open interest is dropping, price is increasing. So you've got diversion going on here. You know, you potentially got a reversal that may happen. I'm not saying it is going to happen, but it could happen. You know, and that's what these are for. That's what open interest is, deltas, and cumulative delta. It gives you a bigger picture of, like, will it reverse? Is the price going to go up? But you know, generally, if you look at here, we had green, 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 pushing, pushing, sideways, 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 into the next day, sideways, 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 and then all of a sudden, it was so positive here, but the price didn't move up. Came into the next day, bam, big drop. And that's what you've got to look out for. Things like that. And then you've got this here, this is market profile and TPO. So this one here. And this is another one where you just want to mess around with it. Like, you know, I've set my time at 8:30 till 5:15. Extend the lines. Profile type volume. You can have trades, delta, bid ask, but I use volume personally. Auto, I always use auto proportion. It's just a bit easier to use auto proportion than anything else, really. And then the rest of it, profile colour, you can change the colour of it. There's literally every setting you can think of is probably in this platform. And then you've got, so POC there, point of control, which is this, profile, maximum level. So that's telling you where the point of control is, where the most volume is being traded at the minute. So if we come off that, see how most volume's here? Point of control's right there. Value area highs up here. See how there isn't much volume at the area high? Same with the area low. You've got a bit of volume, but when it comes to here, see how it came down below the value area low? And then it tried to push again. But then reversed. Back up, all the way back to the POC and the value area high. Like the first videos that we're explaining to you, it's that's how I take trades. Like, I'll always look at where we're trading at the minute. Like yesterday we're a bit similar. You see how it accelerated when you've got a gap in the volume there. Big push up, big push up, big push up. Got the value area high. Started to range in between value area high and low. Came to value area high again. Dropped. Back to a range. Low push up to area high. Dropped. Back to a range. Dropped. And that's how I trade. It's in and out, quick trades, in and out. If there's anything else that you want me to go over with, I will be coming out with some more videos. This won't be my last video. But if there's anything else that you want me to actually have a look at, just type in the comments and let me know, and then I'll take a look at it for you, and then, you know, bring another video out and show you how to use it or whatever you've asked me, and I'll try my best to try and sort it out for you. But that's it for now. Like I said, there will be more videos. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.